Massiva, this is LaserBolt and welcome to today's video, guys. Today we're going to be taking a look at a legendary weapon called the Grim Marrow. This is a legendary light machine gun that's going to have a ton of potential. I know the majority of you guys probably already seen this weapon, but today we're actually going to dive in a little bit deep, talk about what might be the benefits of this weapon, what type of mods might work well with them, what character will actually probably benefit the most from this, and we're also going to dive in a little bit deep and talk about the specific mod and why you might want to be able to farm this weapon to give you a huge advantage. If all of that sounds like something you guys are definitely interested, a like would be greatly appreciated, and don't forget to join our monthly giveaway. It's pinned in the pinned comments, so good luck to everybody that plans on participating. So let's pull up this Grim Marrow legendary machine gun. As you guys know, quick little breakdown because I know there's a lot of new people into the game. Item level is just the level it drops. That's able to drop all the way up to 50. So you guys can pick this one early, dismantle it, just get the mod, and then just wait till you get a higher roll one, or you could just definitely upgrade it as you go. Next up, we're going to be looking at firepower. Firepower, just plain and simple. It just does what it says. It's the amount of damage this weapon's able to produce with your firepower. The main things we want to make sure we look into here are the attributes. And of course, we have once again a total of 3 different attributes. We have critical damage, which is pretty much going to be how much damage and crit damage that's going to be doing. So you're going to want to make sure you're critting on this one as much as possible. So you want to make sure you get a good stability about this weapon. We'll talk a little bit more about the stability of this particular weapon once we get to like the whole breakdown of the weapon. Next time we have skill life leech. Now this is really important because it's the amount of life leech we're going to be getting for this particular weapon from our abilities or using our skills. It's going to give us a 1.17. It's not a lot, but it's actually beneficial because we could use a mod that's going to kind of enhance that, or we could apply a mod that might be able to enhance that crit damage. The last thing we have is close range damage. I don't know why close range damage was included as part of this attribute here, because theoretically, let's think about it. Will we really be using an LMG at close range? It all's going to factor in on how much close range is considered. Like, is it 7 meters out? Is it 10 meters out? Of course, we're all going to have to test that as soon as the demo comes out and the game gets released, but I just don't see the benefit of close range damage from the weapon since it's technically an LMG, but we'll have to see and figure it out and sort that out, see if we could probably mess around with a couple mods. Now where things get really, really interesting with the weapon, of course, are the mods. The main mod for this particular weapon is called Singularity. What it says, killing shots creates an anomaly. Singularity, when destroyed, the singularity explodes and deals 913 damage to enemies within a 6.5 meter radius. Now that's actually pretty cool because that means that every time you kill someone, you will be producing this anomaly. Now remember, our characters have the ability to multiply the anomaly damage that we're able to output. So with a nice anomaly build with giving us extra damage, this could be quite exponential and very deadly when it comes to paired with the right character. Because if we do stack up a lot of anomaly power increase, this is going to be very beneficial. It also comes with a level 2 mod, and this was called Improved Stiffening. Shots inflict slow on enemies, cooldown of 4 seconds. This is actually a pretty good mod, but I mean, there might be other mods that are going to be a little bit more beneficial, even though the majority that we seen gameplay of this particular weapon are using these 2 particular mods. Now, before we dive in on what mods I recommend for this particular weapon and what you should probably be farming for, let's dive in and take a look at the variants of this weapon. So it has a stabilizing variant. It's a fully auto weapon, and it comes with a clip size of 80. I would probably like to see something like around 120, but 80 should be sufficient. It also comes with the RPM of 545, damage 26, reload is 3 seconds, so it's not that long of a reload, but it's still, as you guys, significant. As you guys know, I usually, I think ARs are like in 1.5 category. So the the reload speed is of almost double that. But I'm going to give you guys a cool tip of how you could probably reload this a lot quicker. And it comes with a crit multiplier of 129. So theoretically speaking, this particular weapon might be very beneficial. We apply any mod that's going to give us crit. We also have the accuracy of 96%, so meaning this weapon is particularly very, very accurate, which is kind of interesting because this is an LMG, and LMGs tend not to be too accurate. We have stability of 91, which is another huge bonus, because once again, LMGs don't tend to be stable enough. They're always bouncing around, and hence the reason why people don't tend to use them a lot. And the range is 50 meters out. Now, like I said, the only downside I see to this particular weapon is that close range damage, because I don't feel like we're going to be taking so many benefits of it. But like I said, we haven't really tested this weapon to make a full assessment. I will definitely have a review for this weapon once I pick it up in the demo, and I give you guys my opinion on what I think of it per se, or we're able to pick it up once the game comes out. So now let's talk about who could probably benefit the most of this particular weapon. This particular weapon, which is in this LMG, falls under the category of assault rifles. So basically any character that gets buffs when it comes to assault rifles will definitely benefit a lot for this particular class. We know that the Devastator, the Pyromancer are very favorable when it comes to assault rifles, so we definitely want to make sure we put our focus and play in that category. In addition to that, guys, we're going to talk about what mods I believe to be a little bit more favorable for this particular class. And one that I want to recommend is one called Clip Roller. Basically, Clip Roller, what it does is when your magazine has 50% of less ammo left, you can roll to quickly reload all equipped weapons. This might be a very interesting mod to apply to your character, because as you guys know, one of the biggest downsides of LMGs is the disadvantage of being able to reload faster. And with this ability, we might be able to just kind of like the way I believe there was a mod in the Division that allowed the same mechanic, that when you rolled, it was going to give you your ammo back. So you could theoretically waste in this case, half the clip, 40 bullets, or maybe, like 50 bullets, roll, and then do your little roll, and then you'll be back to full ammo with your LMG. It might be a very interesting mod, and one that I highly recommend you guys definitely consider. Another mod that I would like to definitely recommend is called Clip of Amalthea, which gives you the following. There's a 50% chance that critical shots will not consume ammo. Remember, it does give us that critical chance multiplier, and in addition to that, it's also giving us a kind of an attribute of crit chance. So this might be a very viable option. Another mod that I want to recommend for this particular weapon is Embalmer's Rage, which gives you the following benefit. After a kill shot, all following shots will inflict critical damage for 2 seconds. A little bit interesting, but should help us with that crit damage. Another one that might be very viable for this particular weapon is called the Grave Digger Frenzy. Kill shots increase your critical damage by 35% for 15 seconds. Really OP, very powerful, especially knowing that this weapon has that nice multiplier. The last one I want to recommend is called Brain Eater. This is critical shots do not consume ammo. Really important, because we're going to be critting a lot with this particular weapon, and it is an LMG. We'll probably go through ammo a lot faster. Then, not being able to consume that ammo should be pretty good. And these are the mods that I believe will be a little bit favorable. Of course, we don't have access to all the mods, and once the demo comes out and we get our hands on the game, we will have a more in-depth breakdown of this particular weapon, of the best mods to apply to them, and what I believe to make what could possibly make this one of the better weapons in the game. And there you guys have it. That is the in-depth look at the Grim MARROW legendary weapon for Outriders. If you guys are enjoying our Outriders coverage, I highly recommend you definitely go drop a like and drop a comment, but most importantly, subscribe to the channel and turn on those notifications. Also, check out any of the other videos that are popping right now on the screen. They're really good and very informative. Join our Discord so you guys will have a way to communicate if you plan on playing Outriders in multi-platforms. There are a ton of like-minded individuals like yourself, so make sure you guys head on over and check us out. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.